Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Senator Rand Paul visited southern Kentucky, touring the damage left behind by last month's tornado. And one family hit by the tornado were reunited with a Bible that found itself in the hands of an old friend.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this June 3rd. We are approaching the 5 o'clock hour, which means it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall this morning. And Megan, honestly, I love the cold, but I think this is kind of the worst period as we transition from spring to summer because it's cold in the morning and hot in the evening.
Yeah, and you just don't know what to wear when you're leaving the house, do you? It's the worst, but at least we have that warmth coming, you know, so while it's cold outside, you know that won't be the trend all day long. So let's talk about those temperatures, right? As we're heading out the door, we're seeing a mixture of the 40s and 50s. I mean, 48 degrees in Hazard and Whitesburg, 46 even as you travel towards Louisa, 43 in Clintwood, a little bit warmer towards Jacksboro, 59. But here is that all-around warmth that we'll see this afternoon, and this is not an Amelia approved day with those upper 80s really coming out to play as we're heading into that 4 o'clock mark. Now, as we also start off the day, you will notice a little bit of fog is starting to pop up. Right now it's looking relatively calm, but the further we go into the next couple hours, the more fog that will creep up into the forecast, clearing out by the time we head to that 9 o'clock hour, and we'll stay nice and dry from now all the way until we're heading into your Thursday. So enjoy that break from the rain as we have yet again another sunny day in the forecast. Amelia.
Thank you, Megan. Yesterday, U.S. Senator Rand Paul made stops in southern Kentucky to tour the damage left behind by last month's tornado. 19 people died and hundreds of homes and businesses were damaged. Senator Paul says his office is working to connect Kentuckians with federal resources, including FEMA.
We've already started helping people connect through FEMA and get through the red tape. And I think that talking with the emergency management people here, they feel like the federal government, and same in Pulaski County, the federal government's doing a pretty good job right now.
He says his staff and office will continue to be a resource for getting impacted Kentuckians connected with federal assistance. If you or someone you know lost important documents like birth, death, marriage, or divorce certificates, the Kentucky Office of Vital Statistics will be at the Center for Rural Development in Somerset today from 9:30 until 4. They were in London last week. And remember, FEMA assistance is available now for 6 Kentucky counties hit by that May 16th tornado. Homeowners and renters in those counties, which includes Laurel and Pulaski, can qualify for help with housing repairs or funeral costs. FEMA says it's already approved more than $800,000 for more than 100 households. The deadline to apply is July 23rd. Well, a small miracle found by an old neighbor. Many sentimental items were lost during the tornado in Laurel County, but a missing Bible was found and returned to the owner untouched. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has the story.
Amid all of the destruction, a small miracle was found in Laurel County. Leslie and Jeff Wyatt lived next door to the Blantons for roughly 10 years in the White Pine subdivision. The Wyatts have since moved across the interstate to the Sunshine Hills community, but all of these years later, still making sure to keep in touch.
My wife, we still stay friends with them. We still talk to them.
The Wyatts' new home and the Blantons' home were both in the path of the tornado, both being destroyed in the storm. 3 days later, Mr. Blanton called Mrs. Wyatt, anxious about what he might say.
He said, just bear with me just a minute, and so I was expecting bad news. So I kind of grabbed Jeff's arm.
But relieved to hear what was on the other side of the highway.
He told me that he had been outside and he had found a Bible and he had turned it over and it was their son Chance's.
Finding the Bible amid all of the debris right in between the old neighbor's yard.
I looked down and seen a white Bible. I didn't know it was a Bible at first. I just looked at a white book. And I picked it up and I flipped it over, and on the bottom of it, it was engraved with gold lettering on the outside of the Bible to their son.
Their son's preschool graduation gift, a Bible from Calvary Baptist, traveling across the interstate into their yard, completely untouched.
It was wet, but it wasn't a page one tore out of it. That's what I loved about it. And to see the destruction of the houses and everything tore up, and that Bible just being wet and not unscathed, I mean, it's a miracle. I mean, it's a miracle we're here.
Not knowing his purpose, but trusting in his plan through it all.
He wanted to come this way for a reason, so we just have to see what that reason is.
There's no coincidences. I mean, everything happens for a purpose, for a reason.
Neighbors saying it is a reminder that God is with those even through the toughest storms. In Laurel County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, to add another miracle to this story, members with Samaritans Purse are staying at the Calvary Baptist Church during their time in Laurel County, the church where the Wyatt's son graduated from preschool and received the Bible from. Samaritans Purse was also the crew that helped to tear down both the Wyatts and the Blantons' homes. Well, this EF4 tornado that tore through Laurel County left a trail of destruction and heartbreak. Nonprofit organizations like Samaritans Purse have been active helping people affected both mentally and physically. Members with Samaritans Purse deployed to impacted areas the day after the tornado. Volunteers assisted with roof tarping, home demolitions, personal item recovery, and more.
This tornado is not the first storm that these people have faced in their lives, and so we're just here to remind them that the Lord is here with them, that the Lord has brought us here to love on them, to pray with them, to show them that next step physically while supporting them spiritually and emotionally.
Samaritans Purse workers say they have averaged 1 to 120 volunteers a day. Well, we do have an update to a heartwarming story out of Pulaski County between a special needs student and a special ed teacher. Friday, we told you about Pulaski elementary teacher Courtney Jones gifting her student, Jaylee Huddleston, an end-of-the-year surprise tickets so both of them could see country music star Jelly Roll at the Weekend Railbird Festival in Lexington. After Jelly Roll heard about their story, he'd invited the two backstage for a meet and greet.
She was just living her best life, and I was just along for the ride. Just know that she got to do something that no one probably thought that she would ever be able to do. So Miss Courtney, that will always be one of my favorite days. Love you. I love you.
Well, Jaylee did get the VIP treatment. The 4-time Grammy-nominated artist autographed his set list and a hat for the soon-to-be middle schooler. Jones says Jelly Roll prayed for Jaylee backstage as well. Jaylee was so popular that day that even concert goers were taking pictures with her. Well, it's 5:07. Thank you for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning. The man accused of firebombing a group of peaceful marchers in Colorado over the weekend now faces a hate crime charge as the Jewish community begins to process the attack.
And rain chances hold off for another day, but creep back into the forecast later this week.